Welcome back, folks. Today I have exclusive news about a new Sony medium format sensor that will be announced soon, and also some additional tidbits about the CP Plus show that will be happening in about 1 month from now, and there will be many camera lens announcements the days before, so it's going to be quite exciting also on this channel if you want to see what's coming next from every camera manufacturer. But today the focus is really on this new sensor that is quite exciting. Before we kick off, the usual reminder to like this video to help in the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button to not miss out the upcoming rumors. So yesterday, FujiRumors.com, our partner website where Patrick is writing, disclosed the first exclusive info about the new Sony medium format sensor that I'm sure is 100% right. So this is a rumor that you can count on to become true. And basically after 6-7 years we are finally getting a new medium format sensor for the kind of cameras like the Fujifilm GF series and the Hasselblad XT series. So the sensor size will be 44x33 millimeters, so larger than full frame, still not the classic medium format sensor size, but finally we're getting a new sensor. As you know, Sony is making this 102 megapixel sensor since ages, 6-7 years now. It's a very good sensor when it comes to pure image quality in photo, but when it comes to video performance and also readout speed and so forth, it's a very slow sensor. So finally we're getting a new sensor, and the resolution will be 180 megapixel, which is kind of surprising because we are making quite a big jump from 100 to 180 megapixel. I was expecting a smaller jump, so this is quite a big news, getting 180 megapixel sensor on a future GFX or XD camera from Hasselblad. That's quite cool. Whatever you think about the raise in megapixel, it's going to happen. Now, we are working, me and Patrick, on additional details about this sensor, so check out FujiRumors.com. Soon, hopefully, we can disclose more, but so far we cannot confirm if this is a regular sensor, partially stacked sensor, or a stacked sensor. It's just me guessing now without having any solid information that it would make sense to have at least a partially stacked sensor with 180 megapixels, so nearly double the amount of megapixels that the sensor has to read out. It was already slow before. I expect some quite new tech on this sensor, so partially stacked sensor. Don't know if stacked sensor would be possible because it's way more expensive. Partially stacked sensor would make sense to me to give you the fast readout you need with that data. Also having a fast readout also improves the autofocus performance, and all other aspects are very important. Of course, also frame rate and video quality. So this is going to be quite exciting because 180 megapixels is quite a lot. If you are a full frame shooter, if the very same pixel resolution, pixel size would trickle down on a new full frame sensor, it would mean you can get a full frame sensor with 107 megapixels. This would break the 100 megapixel barrier for the first time on a full frame sensor. So on a commercially available classic mirrorless camera, this would be the first time. So I wonder if Sony will also make a 107 megapixel version of that very same sensor. So something that could find its way, for example, on Sony a7R6, on a Z camera from Nikon, and also Panasonic, of course, could probably use this sensor. But I find it exciting because this is a new generation of sensors, not only for medium format, but also for full frame. We saw it first on the Sony a7 IV, so making the calc like I made before, a 107 megapixel full frame sensor seems plausible to be happening in the near future. We're talking about something that could be happening within months, max 1 year, so very short amount of time. If you will subscribe to this channel, you will get info as soon as I have solid 100% info about this sensor and other sensors that Sony will announce. But Sony has a wave of new sensors coming, so that's something I can tell you right now. Also because Sony already teased it before a couple of months ago in the official press events for the financial statements, where they say they're working new generation of sensors. This includes a partially stacked sensor, but also global shutter sensor. Indeed, for example, this week they announced a new 68 megapixel global shutter sensor, square sensor for industrial use, so not for photography, but they're working hard on global shutter. And for example, future Sony A9 IV could have a high resolution global shutter sensor. Don't know if the Sony A1 III will have a global shutter sensor, because as you know, there are still some tiny drawbacks when it comes to dynamic range, image quality, but they're really small. But there's a bit of a downside, but maybe future generations will get rid of this issue. Anyway, 180 megapixel coming on future medium format cameras. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this new megapixel race, if this is something that excites you. Now follow Fuji Rumors if you want to know more about when to expect a new medium format camera from Fujifilm with that sensor. Of course it will affect also Hasselblad. We know also that Leica will announce a new medium format camera probably by end of this year, so I don't know if they will use this sensor or they make their own sensors, but this tech is something that you will see on future full-frame aps-c or micro four thirds sensor, 1-inch sensor, that partially or stack sensor that with fast readout will come across the market. So not only the 180 megapixel, probably 107 megapixel full frame or whatever. There are really a lot of new sensors coming from Sony. That's great for the entire industry. Now back to the CP Plus show, something that is coming very soon. Sony today published the official page for the CP Plus show, and there's one small interesting thing. They didn't list the E7S III on that page. So there are all the cameras, but not the Sony E7S III. Don't know if this means that they're ready to launch a new Sony A7S IV. It's something that many people are asking for quite some time, but I got no indication this is happening. I got some indication the FX3 II is coming. Don't know about the Sony A7S IV, would be nice, but just telling you this small curiosity that Sony is not sharing any info about the Sony A7S III on this page, which is quite odd for an event that is so important like the CP Plus show. We also have to be honest, no new Sony camera has been registered in Asia, and usually they register a new camera 1-2 months before the launch. So if they wouldn't, if the registration would happen today, tomorrow, this week, next week, then maybe it would, we could still get a camera at the CP Plus show, but usually Sony doesn't announce cameras at the CP Plus show. Last year, February 26th, they did announce 2 new lenses, so I'm pretty sure that Sony will announce new lenses by mid-end of February, which we know already what's coming, the 16-28 2.0 GM, 100-400 GM 4.0, and another 100-400G with variable aperture. Still don't know if it's 5.6, 6.3, I don't know. I still need to gather that info, but those 3 lenses are coming pretty soon. I don't know if all 3 at the CP Plus show or 1-2 at the CP Plus show one month later. Sony sometimes splits up announcement between lenses and makes announcement 1 month and the month after another lens announcement. So something I'm working on, and hopefully I will get some more info. By the way, if you have info about manufacturers announcing any camera lens before the CP Plus show, so not only from Sony but from everybody else, you can contact me using this email address and contact form. Panasonic, Canon and Nikon will also have announcement for sure. Of course, we know Canon wants to likely announce a vintage camera, so full frame vintage camera, and they're also thinking about announcing the R7 with close to 40 megapixel aps-c sensor. There's also some rumor about a high resolution high-end camera from Canon coming, but this is quite wild. Nikon could be announced, could be teasing development of the Z9 II. I don't think it's ready for announcement at the CP Plus show, but in the next days and weeks I will get, the closer we get to CP Plus show, I will probably get some more info, then I can make some videos about real products coming in 3-4 weeks from now, so this is pretty exciting. Anyway, I'm curious to read your comments about this new medium format sensor, and hopefully I see you very soon with some info about cameras and lenses coming in the next 2-3 weeks. It's going to be, again, very exciting on this channel and on my website, so follow sonyalpha.com, rumors.com, futurumors.com, fujirumors.com. You see them all linked. I will publish all the tidbits there. But let me know if you are going to buy a 180 megapixel medium format sensor to shoot nice images of your cat, you know, in super high resolution. You can print them 10 meters wide. Your dream come true? I don't know. Let's see. I'm curious about if people will really buy those kind of cameras with that crazy amount of resolution. Folks, see you soon.